Hello, dear friends. Welcome to my channel Analysis with Nitish. So, I am live with you. Keep support and keep subscribe my channel. Today's topic for discussion is that review of India versus New Zealand final, which was disappointing defeat for Indian fans, Indian supporters, and of course the Indian cricket team. Here we are with live review of that particular test match. In this video I'm going to discuss about now it's 12:46, so today another series is starting, that is the favorite format of West Indies, the T20I series. There will be 5 ODIs which is about to play it between these two teams. 5 ODIs. Please come live. I'm live now. Let me I am live now. Please support my channel. Please subscribe to this channel. This is very important channel when you consider the sports event like cricket. So I'm live and I'm going to review kahan pe, where 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 has been gone wrong for India. कहाँ पे wrong हो गया इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम की strategy plan. As I've told you earlier, it's a matter of one day only. When India lost the game, they could not they could not play at least 60 overs to save the game. That can't be expected from such a strong and devastating batting lineup. So India and New Zealand have both locked horns very well in the recent past years. As I have told you, New Zealand is one of the better team. I should say the better team right now, including India, Australia, and England. So where where it was went wrong for me, the lack of intent of scoring runs harmed the team a lot. Now the time has gone by. India have lost the game, but still it's hangover. The defeat is hangover to the Indian fans, supporters around right around the world. Mistake was that they couldn't hang in there, of course, by making runs. If they have got, I told you again and again, if they could have got 190 to 200, they could have easily saved the games. I'm talking about runs, not overs. If they could have played for 55, 60 overs, New Zealand could not have been chasing those targets 200. And no credit taken from New Zealand. They have played brilliant cricket, outstanding cricket. Sorry. It's 12:50 now. Tomorrow one more important game is coming up between South Africa and West Indies. West Indies were thrashed by South Africa in the Test series, and they looked no more a competitive side in those two games. But South Africa, on the other hand, turned the table and The team who was not doing so well in the recent past have certainly found a way to win matches, to win series. Of course, you cannot compare West Indies with the top teams like India, England, New Zealand, and Australia, but still, in their own backyard, it's a really, really big effort from South African and South African bowlers to do well in those types of conditions, not alien conditions. It was alien condition, sorry, it was alien condition to the for the South Africans. Now it's time for the favorite format of West Indies versus South Africa, T20Is. There will be five T20Is will be played between these two sides, South Africa and West Indies. And as we all know that the West Indies is a very good team and a very dangerous team in this format. South Africa can't take lightly. South Africa though have got good team, they are the team in the form. Otherwise, West Indies are more competitive and more stronger than South Africa at right now. At this moment of time, I'm talking about the T20Is. South Africa have and West Indies both have history past records, but in the recent time, South Africa have struggled to win a series at home also and at away, and both against Pakistan, while West Indies have quite a quite a fair record, I should say good record. They won at home against Sri Lanka by 2-1. Those are the three T20s they have played till now. Now it's time for West Indies to gear up for the T20Is, and I think few players have returned to the squad. West Indies have got very good few players like they have got they have got Chris Gale, Darren Bravo, Evan Lewis, who is a very good batsman, Nicholas Puran, Simran Hetmeyer. These are the types of batting that West Indies have, and they are flamboyant cricketers, and they liked to meet the bat with the ball and always play aggressive type of cricket. But West Indies overall looks a very competitive team, especially in this format. However, South Africa, you cannot ignore South Africa because it's a team in form in the recent form. Although they have beaten West Indies in test matches, but you never know. Momentum is such a thing that they can carry in T20 format. So I would rate this T20 series will be even. In my prediction, I should say West Indies are slight ahead. Of course, the Kieran Pollard is leading the West Indies very well, and he is also in form. Kieran Pollard. Then you have got bowlers like Kieran Pollard can bowl. Bowlers like Edwards coming back after quite a while. So West Indies and South Africa, we are having today we are having a very thrilling and exciting games coming up. Five T20Is. I'm telling about five T20Is between South Africa and West Indies in West Indies. The first T20I will be played at Grenada. No, the crowds are not allowed here. They are at Grenada. So that's it for the West Indies versus South Africa game. Returning to the review of the India versus New Zealand, New Zealand have batted well, though in the first inning their score was almost equal to the Indian cricket team total. But that 32, I told you, even a small lead under those conditions, very fruitful, becomes very fruitful under those conditions. Because the New Zealand have the variety of bowlers like Kyle Jamieson, left-armer Trent Boult, swing bowler Tim Southee, and then the medium fast, the Neil Wagner, who can pitch short, and suddenly gives you uh, gives you the length ball or good length ball. Or Neil Wagner will always prefer short bowling with his pace and with his skill, he can trouble the batsman, and he did trouble the batsman. He got out by setting up Ajinkya Rahane. That was a very crucial moment in this game. In that game, otherwise, another 60 or 70 runs. That also saved the game for India. I'm talking about the first innings. So New Zealand deserved the win. New Zealand have played well. New Zealand knew the condition. They were well practiced. They were well they were well skilled under in these conditions. So they are very much into it. They have mentally well prepared for this game. I don't know when this schedule was decided, when England versus New. This was not the part of that was not the part of WTC Championship. Still, they played. I think the perfect practice has given them this championship, WTC Championship, and make them world champion in Test matches, in Test cricket. Kane Williamson and again his colleagues, his players, his they are very much in it. This game was in the last day also. They were trying to take wickets, though they knew they have little time left in this game, but still they knew if they can bowl out India for about 200 240 also, they have a chance. But all happened in their way, and they bowled out India for 117, and this gave them a real chance on that last day, which was held on 23rd of June 2021. So let's not so rude, because this is the game of cricket where anyone can win and anyone can lose. But I can tell you that India were not prepared well. If they could have played one or two practice games for at least two days, then things could have been different. But nevertheless, India is a better team, very strong team, more competitive team, almost equal to they are highly ranked team. They are highly ranked team. These teams often lose games. Teams like India often lose games. Virat Kohli and co have tried their level best to win this and to save this test match, but rain interrupts. They gave momentum always to New Zealand. More momentums were grasped by New Zealand, and more momentum were gained by New Zealand than India. That's why it's all about the cricket is all about momentum. When you have momentum, you grab that momentum and go forward. Otherwise, if you lose the momentum, you are in trouble. You are in big trouble. So India versus New Zealand, good game of cricket. I have seen all the sessions of last 3 to 4 days. that happened in that particular game. So coming to this, yet another game which is happening tomorrow between England and Sri Lanka in Southampton. Southampton recently, recently, my mind goes to that particular final only. But nevertheless, another Asian team, another locking horn with another English team, that is England, and the third T20I, which is going to be played today because it's today only one it's today, it's 1 o'clock here, so it's today only here in India. Today will be the third T20I which will be played between Sri Lanka and England, and as we all know, England are thrashing like anything to Sri Lankan team. They are not giving any chance to come back. And the team I saw yesterday games, there were few moments, few excitement initially when the Sri Lankans were bowling. The fast bowlers did well to give them some hopes, few hopes, but I knew that one partnership of 30-40 will easily took the game away from Sri Lanka, and it did happen. At last, rain came and further damages the Sri Lankans' hope. Sri Lanka need to rethink and need to rethink, go on the drawing board, and they have to believe in their skills, strength. What I saw, they can't match with the ball, bat with the ball. They can't bat with the ball. Whenever they have tried to match bat with the ball, they got out. See the dismissals of Niroshan Dikwala, Kushal Mendes being said, Kusal Pereira, how do you play such type of shots when you are knowing that the upcoming batsmen are not so experienced and are not so skillful as compared to top teams players, but still you are playing that reverse sweep when there is no need. You should have easily tried. Kusal Perez should have easily tried to take singles and doubles, at least try to reach the scores of at least 130, 140. Then in this game, because the pitch was slow and the ball was gripping and it was conducive for the fast bowler, so 130, 140 would have been the winning score for Sri Lanka. But nevertheless, it doesn't matter if 131 the England should have played uh, different game to achieve that total. Nevertheless, Sri Lanka versus England third T20I, which is going to be played at Southampton, no one can deny that England will thrash once again Sri Lanka until or unless a magical spell or magical batting will come from Sri Lankan team. Otherwise, this series is heading towards another whitewash, another embarrassing and another disappointing whitewash for Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan team, I think, refreshment required from top to bottom, from bottom to top. On the other hand, England is looking red hot favorite for the World Cup semi-finalist, and they should go top in the top four of the W World Cup 2021. I'm talking about T20 World Cup. Another news coming up here that from the reports and sources that T20 World Cup is shifted from India to UAE, and the date and the starting date of the World Cup. That this is the according to the report and sources I'm talking about. According to the report and sources, the World Cup T20 World Cup will be held from 17th of October to 14th of November. T20 World Cup I am talking about. So this is the news. Team Payne has predicted another news came from Australian cricket that Team Payne has predicted New Zealand loss in the World Cup in the World Test Championship. However, Test World Cup of Test Cricket Final 2021, and he is extremely sorry for that prediction. So New Zealand New Zealand are very static at this moment, beating the world number one side. I should say India is the world number one side, and you cannot beat India until or unless you play the best game of yours. So New Zealand have played the best game of theirs and then beating India, which is a very strong side at this moment. So tomorrow's game is concerned, we have two games: South Africa versus West Indies first T20I. Second game we have in the evening. This one is also at night, I think around 10:30 p.m. You have got West Indies versus South Africa. Then around at the evening you have got Sri Lanka versus England at Southampton. So these two are good games. I'm hoping Sri Lanka will show some fight and beat the Eoin Morgan's team, which is looking extremely dangerous even without Ben Stokes, Josh Butler, and Jofra Archer. I I'm thinking what would have happened if these three were in the team. What would have happened to Sri Lankan cricket right now? There is total mismatch in this series, and let's hope against hope for the Sri Lankan cricket so they can show some fight in the third T20Is. Till then, tomorrow we'll meet again. I'll upload some videos. So, good night. It's late now. Please subscribe my channel. Please support this video and please support my channel. Subscribe to my channel and please observe what I am telling. Please views my video. Please view my videos. Observe what I say. I'll give you some information about unique information and knowledge about my opinion, my observation about cricket, which is very helpful. Please subscribe, please support. Till then, goodbye. We'll meet again in the live stream. Take care of your health. Please wear mask. Stay safe. Thank you. We'll meet again.